Okay, I've got the duck, and in all its little pieces, and I just thought I would actually put one thing together with you. The duck is real easy to put together. I did one of them already, but I just wanted to talk a minute, and I figured, well, I could talk while I'm putting together this this little ducky. Gypsy Made Simple, it's the first day after I posted the last Gypsy Made Simple, the real simple card to do, and so no one is linked up yet, but I've had over 25 people, I think 27 because 2 linked up while I was doing the video, looking to have a copy of that file. So I'm hoping that some people will get a chance to make that card before before this one posts. At any rate, I had a couple people say they didn't own a Gypsy. Then fine, hook up a Cricut Craft Room, the CCR, or Design Studio, or a card that you make that kind of, goes along with the theme, because not everyone can have a Gypsy, and I understand that. This is a blessing to be able to have, and I enjoy mine thoroughly, and I'm almost lost without the silly thing. As you know, I mean, I was without it for 3 weeks and I was going crazy. So do link up a project anyway, okay? Because that's more important than that we have you crafting and doing the things we do. This week I'm going to have you link up Easter cards, and hopefully something that you've done on your Gypsy, and or Design Studio or Cricut Craft Room. You can use those too. It's nice that with the Cricut Craft Room, that's free and gives everyone the opportunity to be able to weld objects together, and that's basically what I do with Gypsy Made Simple. Things are very similar, but it is a little bit different, and I personally still have a hard time with the Cricut Craft Room. That's why mainly I do my, well, you know what a lot of it has to do with too is I'm stuck at the computer, and I don't like to just sit at the computer. I sit with my husband at night in front of the boob tube like most of us do, and while he's watching TV I'm right there next to him instead of in another room crafting. Okay, that's simple. It's put together. Hopefully my head wasn't in the way. I can't tell until I actually look at the video. But this is a super easy one. The next card isn't, it's a couple pieces, but I mean, I think they're all pretty easy. And hopefully I'll be able to get my Cricut Sync working again, and I'll make these files available to you. But my Cricut Sync went down, and I've got to get ProvoCraft on the phone. But I wanted to get these projects done first. I should be able to still, if I can, I've still got Gypsy Sync on my laptop, and so I'm going to try to, if I can't get Cricut Sync working, I'm going to try to do it with the Craft Room. I mean with the Gypsy Sync. Okay, I'm going to let that dry a minute before I put the inside together, because I, as usual, have too much glue going. I get going with my zip dry and get a lot of glue going on there. I sure had fun crafting this morning, after being 3 weeks out without, and then I've been like, I can't get enough crafting. Then too, having a new room, it makes it a lot easier too. I can't remember ever doing 6 cards of this caliber in one day. Simple ones, yes, but not ones where I had cutting. I cut all 6 cards at the same time, and okay, that one went a little better. And this should be dry now. Yeah. Okay, let's close up the zip dry. Thank you, by the way, for your sweet, sweet comments about restarting Gypsy Made Simple. It was because of your comments that I went back to it. It was nice having a break, but I tell you what, it's even twice as nice coming back. Okay, real simple. Make sure you have the right side down so that it goes like that. Oops. Every once in a while. This one particular tape has been hard ever since I put it in. I must have put it in wrong. Get it so it's all the way around even. Happy Easter to my peeps. There we go. Card done. I got zip dried glue stuck to my fingers. Two cards done. Oh, and I wanted to show you the set that I used. I used the spring set of Close to My Heart. My Peeps looks like this. And if I get a chance, I'm going to do another card with just the little bunnies and pop them out for you. I don't know whether I'm going to get a chance, though. I've got a full schedule at work this week, and need to spend a little bit of time with hubby, so you know how that is. Anyway, okay, that's done. Now, here's the other card. Isn't this cute? I put a little bit of chalk on the top of the carrot top, and I did do distress inks. I used the Tattered Rose, I think it is. It's kind of a pink color. Jim Holtz. And now again, this time I'm going to look at the silly image, you know, the carrot, and get it on there right. But this is another simple one. Once you get together the little parts, I think putting the bunny together and the ducks were harder than putting the whole card together. Especially this bunny, because it had so doggone many parts to it. See, got it on there right. I think this bunny had 4 layers to the silly thing. Whoops, one of them's not glued on there right. Imagine that, me not getting my zip dry enough of it on. I've been trying to use a little bit less so it wouldn't ooze out all over, but obviously I need it to ooze a little bit. And I do have a fan going on. This is upstairs, and upstairs is a little bit warmer than it is downstairs. Matter of fact, it's 80, I think 84 degrees out right now. And we haven't turned our air conditioning on. It's too early in the season for that. So I do have my fan going on behind me on the floor. And that's the humming that you hear. But rather than... I popped it off the little thing. This solid color, I don't know the shade. I'm not going to even pretend to know, but it is a Close to My Heart pink, and I'd have to look at the catalog to be able to tell you exactly what it is. And then the outside color papers on all 3 of the stacks were from K & Company. I just really enjoy their double-sided paper in different what do I want to say, prints. It makes it really nice and looks attractive, so I like to use them when I'm using window cards because I like the interest in that it provides, and I like the And although close to my heart, I didn't go through the papers this morning. I already had in mind from the spring stack that they had, and this is last year's spring stack. And so at any rate, that's the papers I had. Carrot. This is just too cute. The children love these little animal cards. And you know, that's how I started making cards, is not but anything but for the children. And I think Sawyer was the main thing that I started for, you know, before he went into for his surgery for his new liver for the liver transplant, the new liver that he got. And I wanted to make sure that he had constant flow of cards while he was in the hospital, because he was in there for something like 4 months or something like that. He was recuperating. So I went through a lot of cards, and that's how I began making cards, is because of Sawyer and my grandchildren. And they love these little cards from Create a Critter, because they're just so awesome. Now, the only bad thing I don't like about my craft room that's going to make it difficult, not so much now, but later on as time goes on, is the room is carpeted. And that's going to be hard for cleaning up. I have a big paper bin underneath me for throwing all the little paper pieces, and that's why I keep reaching down in there. Now, you notice, this really went fast for 6 cards. Can you imagine? 6 cards in this little bit of time. And I got to spend it with you. And I really, really enjoy that. Here we go. Here's 2. And let me see if I can't zoom in a little bit so you can see this a little bit better. This is the 2 bunnies. Okay. And then the 2 ducks that we did, 2 up, right there. And they open up, and they open up. Okay? That's how they were designed. And then another 2 bunnies. This was, the other one was Create a Critter, and this is Simply Charmed. Simply Charmed. Although the carrot is from Create a Critter. Simply Charmed. Okay, that's all 6 of the cards done. Finito. You have a wonderful day, and be sure to link up your cards. I want to see what you made for Easter. Bye now.